With more on this and also some other news, Anthony Scaramucci, founder and managing partner of SkyBridge Capital. As of today, he's also the new lead advisor of Avax One. That's a company aiming to maximize ownership of Avax, which is a native token of Avalanche. Just to confuse you a little more, the blockchain used by BlackRock and Visa. Avax will be a NASDAQ listed, since it is the new name. Again, lots of different pieces to this, for AgriForce Growing Systems. Is that?
I mean, you've read that well. But
is that complicated for people to understand?
Well, it's complicated. To make it simpler, there's a couple of very good layer one technologies like Solana, Ethereum, and Avalanche that we believe are going to be the future of tokenization. And so we made a big bet on this alongside of HiveMind and the Avalanche Foundation. And we're going to have a digital asset treasury for Avalanche. It's a smaller token in terms of market cap relative to the bigger ones. But lots of big corporate CTOs, Andrew, are picking up Avalanche as part of their story to tokenize their funds or potentially even tokenize their stocks.
We just talked about BlackRock and Visa as examples of that.
JP Morgan.
And are they using that instead of Solana or Ethereum?
No, I think we believe in a multi-chain world, but I think what's interesting about Avalanche, they have something called subnets so that you can do some customization on the chain through the contract layering on the token. So it allows for people to sort of have their own digital fingerprint. I often say that Avalanche is like a Swiss Army knife of layer one, so it's got a lot of flexibility. So, but listen, we like the other tokens as well. Right. I'm good friends with Dan and obviously great friends with Kyle.
What do you make of what's happening right now with crypto prices? As I said, they've fallen a bit, but obviously they were on a run also.
Yeah, listen, September's typically the worst month for the cryptocurrency businesses. Some of it has to do with tax selling. Some of it has to do with a big run-up that's taken place in the last couple of months, Andrew. But I think long-term, SkyBridge is still maintaining his $150,000 price target for Bitcoin by year end. I think it's just a function of the way things get bought in the industry. So you'll see November into December, I think, being good buying periods, and still a tremendous amount of demand for the assets.
What can you explain what's happening right now? Is there something that's actually happening?
No, I mean, you mean because we've got a 3 or 4% drop in the No, I mean, listen, it's just typical volatility. I think we've had a big run up. There's been a lot of positive announcements, and I think we're just churning a little bit. But again, there's been seasonality. If you look at the 15 years since the inception of Bitcoin, there's been September lows typically. So this is very consistent with that.
What would shake your faith? I mean, what's possible? 90's possible, I'm sure. I'm sure 80's. I'm sure 75's possible.
If you had your faith shaken, it would like domino into me, Joe. But I think it'd be very hard at this point to have my faith 100? Shaken. I mean, you say again?
You could easily go below 100 again.
I think it could go below 100, but I think it could also get to 150 fairly quickly. I'm not. Remember, you guys were kind enough to bring me on the show in October of 2020, where we made our first Bitcoin investment, and it was around 20,000. Yeah. And people lambasted us and said that it was internet magic money, and that we were not doing a service to our clients. So we went from 120 to 112 in 5 years, but we saw a lot of oscillation, a lot of volatility. I don't think the volatility is out of Bitcoin or other crypto assets, but what I do think is that there's way more demand. If you just look at the buying of the ETFs, you look at the digital asset treasuries, et cetera, I think you're going to have a big proliferation, and I think you're going to extend the cycle for Bitcoin very differently than we've had in the last several cycles.
The Trump administration's role in that.
Well, I want to add, that's what I was going to say. Let's merge all of your varied and sundry interests. Yeah. There's a gold rush in crypto, but part of that gold rush is being... I mean, you are seeing the president and his family as part of that gold rush. We had Eric Trump, the president's son, on, who has our birthday.
Yeah, he said, "Would you meet?"
He has our birthday.
We have to thank the president for making our birthday famous. Joe.
January 6th, and Norman Reedus from The Walking Dead,
and Henry Kravis,
all those people have January 6th. But and I asked him at the time, emoluments, perception. I would like to be able to if I knew what I was doing, to start a great crypto company because I think there's so much potential. Should the president's family be precluded from doing that? Should he be precluded from getting involved?
I think the president is different. I think the family should not be precluded, if you're asking me my honest opinion. I don't think that people, as a libertarian, I don't think people in business, because their dad is a political official, should be precluded from doing business. Eric was with you last week, but I was with Eric on Monday night prior to him being here.
I want to be a fly on that wall. Listen, you guys are buddies?
A little huggy action.
Was there huggy action?
Come on, I like Eric.